Welcome to FMBN podcast, your ultimate resource for all things housing in the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Whether you're a prospective homeowner, real estate developer, or simply fascinated by the dynamic landscape of housing, this podcast is your one-stop destination. Our mission is to inform, inspire, and empower you to make informed decisions on your journey to home ownership and the products and services that FMBN has to offer. So get ready to dive into the world of affordable housing with us. You are watching 7 Television. My name is Patience Okai, and this program is proudly sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Let's quickly go on a commercial break, and right after the break, the housing facts.
The latest couple in town.
Good day, sir.
How are you? Oh, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Drinks?
No, we're fine, sir.
How was the moon experience?
It was quite an experience.
How about house?
We are renting at the moment, but we intend to save enough to own our own house, right?
Why not avoid all those Shylock landlords and own a house upfront? With the average income and cost of building houses today in Nigeria, mortgage is the best option. No sweat. I tell you what, that was how I got my first house, and I've never regretted it.
To make good homes, and by implication, a good society, an individual is expected to have an abode from which to take off and return at the end of each day. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home. Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
Welcome back to FMBN podcast here on 7 FM TV, as the program is sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. So now the housing fact, which is the frequently asked questions by Nigerians. Nigerians are asking, can a self-employed NHF contributor be able to access the NHF construction loan? Here's the response.
Yes. Self-employed NHF contributors can access construction loan to develop their personal residential properties.
All right, interesting. Okay. It's another milestone of achievement for the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. And right now, the bank commissioned a 4-phase housing project worth a total of 5.2 billion naira. 7 FM TV correspondent Austin Beatrice Sinam has the reports.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria (FMBN) has delivered 404 housing projects worth 5.2 billion naira in Enugu State. The housing project is a 4-phase separate transaction. The first phase, 52 housing units. The second phase, 52 housing units. The third phase, 150 housing units. And the fourth phase, 150 housing units. The first 3 phases are located in Trans-Egulu, while the fourth in Nkanu West local government area of the state. The housing project, which is under the Cooperative Housing Development Loan, is a collaboration of FMBN and iConnect Investment Cooperative Society, and is fully funded by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria (FMBN). The commissioning had in attendance the Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, the Executive Governor of the state, the President iConnect Investment Cooperative Society, the Managing Director of FMBN, the Chairman Board of Directors FMBN, other top officials of the bank, traditional rulers, and other officials of the state. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer FMBN Madu Haman, in his opening remark, said the project, which started in 2018, has been in phases up until 2023, delivering a total of 404 housing units.
Project developed by iConnect Investments Limited and financed by Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria here in Enugu today. The successful delivery of this project today has shown that the Cooperative Housing Development Initiative by the bank can be a game changer in our efforts at tackling the housing shortage facing us in Nigeria. This transaction with iConnect Cooperative Society has delivered 4 projects rolled into one. through this landmark project, the bank has delivered 404 housing units in 4 separate transactions. The first 3 projects are located here in Trans-Ekulu, while the 4th site is located at Nkanu West. The journey to deliver this project with iConnect started in 2018 with the first loan advanced to the cooperative for the purpose of delivering 52 housing units. In 2019, another loan was approved for the society to deliver another 52 units. In 2020 and 2022, 2 other separate transactions were approved to deliver 150 housing units each. In total, the bank has committed more than 5.2 billion credit facilities on these projects. Remarkably, all the projects have been successfully delivered and the housing units taken up by members of the cooperative societies.
In total, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has delivered 1,520 housing units worth 10.2 billion in Enugu State. According to the Managing Director, the effort to deliver affordable housing unit is not restricted to Enugu alone, but across the 36th state of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja.
It's not limited to Enugu State. We are replicating these efforts across Nigeria to continue to reduce their housing deficits and provide affordable homes for our people. You will recall that in January, we had the first series of our 2023 commissioning ceremonies in Borno State, Adamawa, Yobe, Ebonyi, Ondo, Sokoto, Kogi, and Katsina States. And this involved about more than 1,000 housing units. And today, we are in the second phase of the commissioning, which kicked off last week with commissioning of 2 estate projects in Lagos, followed by another 4 estates in Katsina and 1 in Anambra State last Saturday. Today's event will be followed by other commissioning ceremonies in Imo State, Kano State, Jigawa State, Kwara State, as well as the FCT.
He thanked the state government, the federal government and the bank for their consistent support towards delivering the housing mandate. On his own part, the Chairman Board of Director of FMBN, Mr. Ayodeji Beliye, said the project is a testament to FMBN commitment to deliver affordable housing to Nigerians.
Irrevocable commitment of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to the provision of mortgage financing for the delivery of decent and affordable housing to Nigerian workers in both the public and private sectors who are contributors to the National Housing Fund scheme managed by the bank. I am glad that the successful completion of this project has not only delivered 254 new homes, with the households achieving their dreams of becoming homeowners and lifting them up in the social ladder hierarchy, but it has also helped in bridging the national housing stock deficit. By our estimation, this project recorded about 5,080 direct and indirect jobs at the rate of 20 jobs per housing unit over the construction period.
He further stated that the bank would continue to launch to Nigerians products targeted to meet their needs, especially in the informal sector.
We at the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria strive for better performance in a highly specialized sector. We are therefore at the cusp of completing a major business transformation and automation project that aims to make our service delivery more seamless and convenient for our customers. We will additionally be launching new products designed to meet the needs of Nigerian workers, particularly those in the informal sector, while we are equally reinvigorating our risk management and business processes to better protect contributors' funds and deliver high value to stakeholders. As I mentioned at a similar project inauguration in Ogun State about 2 weeks ago, the Board of Directors of the bank recently approved an increase in the National Housing Fund mortgage loan limit from 15 to 50 million per applicant in response to the yearnings of the higher income earners segment of our NHF subscribers.
Babatunde Raji Fashola, while speaking, charged critics to take a pause at their criticism and see beyond their bedroom. He said the government is doing pretty well and that the 150-unit housing commissioning is symbolic of a larger part.
Just symbolic. It's a symbol of so many things that are going on in the housing sector. It is part of a 404 housing unit estate which has been completed. But we symbolize this small part as part of a larger part. And as the MD has told us, even the 404 is only part of a larger part of 1,520 housing units in 9 projects. So one state, one bank, and there are 9 projects in Enugu State. And I listened to those people, I listened to one of them this morning talking about housing on national TV, and from his bedroom, he knows that Nigeria is a very bad place, but he hasn't been to Trans-Epolo to see that there are new owners here who have become people who have benefited. And I think that those extreme condemnations must be modified. So if he wants to know whether or not some people are impacted, they should come and talk to the owners who a few years ago from a forest now have accommodated their families here. This is what the Buhari administration continues to do. Just last week Monday, the president was with us in Zuba to formally commission a 748-unit housing estate. Again, for me, no matter how big a problem is, what is important is that if you keep chipping away at it, the size of the problem will reduce. Yes, you can argue, what does this number do? But come and ask the families who now have shelter on their head, and they will tell you it has done a lot for them.
Lolo Ezeyilo, speaking on behalf of the governor of the state, thanked the federal government and the bank for their enormous work done in the southeast, particularly Enugu State.
Today, we are here again to commission Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria's Iconet Investments Limited, the housing program. Thanks so much, Your Excellency. As we drove to this Iconet housing program, you can see the state government is doing a lot on the road project. The state provided the access road and 2 other housing projects are ongoing in around this estate. In the speech of the president of Iconet, he thanked you for your magnanimity for signing the papers for this project without even knowing who is involved.
She, however, charged the federal government to do more for the state while thanking the bank for making housing available for the citizens. It was a joyful moment for beneficiaries of the state as the key of their houses were given to them, thus making them house owners.
The Federal Mortgage Bank and Iconet for making housing available to our people. On behalf of His Excellency, Right Honorable Dr. Ifeanyi Ubah, the governor of Enugu State, I say thank you and may God bless you for being there for us.
The Enugu FMBN Iconet Cooperative Housing Development Loan Commissioning was a huge success, as the guests were entertained with cultural dances. From 7 TV, Austin Beatrice Senna.
Well done, Austin. Let's quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, FMBN news for the week. All right, glad to know that you are still with us and you are listening and watching FMBN podcast, proudly sponsored by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria here on 7 FM TV. So let's bring you the FMBN news for the week. Many thanks for joining and staying with us on this week's edition of FMBN Podcast. Do well to join us next week for another educative and informing edition of the program. And of course, do follow us on all our social media handles displayed on your screen at Instagram 7TV_NIG, Twitter 7TV_NIG, Facebook 7TV Nigeria, YouTube 7FM-TV. You can also visit our website at www.7media.ng and do well to visit www.fmbn.gov.ng for more inquiries. Till I come your way next week, my name is Patience Okai, your host. Stay blessed. Bye.